What is up, guys? It's your boy, Barf Cacus. Yeah, it turns out when your kid gets the stomach flu, you're probably also gonna get the stomach flu. I found this out at 2 a.m. last night. Your boy has been through it, but your boy is also gonna fight through it because you guys need the content, baby, and you only have 1 week left to prepare for Season of the Wish, the next new season coming to Destiny 2. So in this video, we're gonna be going over a bunch of different tips to give you a massive head start when this new season launches. Have all your friends going, wait, you're ready for the day 1 dungeon already? Well, that's the goal of this video. So let's get started here with everyone's favorite way of prepping, bounty prep. Now I gotta go over this quickly for new players, but essentially bounty prep is when you complete bounties but you don't turn them in. You wait until the new season starts, you spam turn in all of them to get a massive surge of XP to increase your seasonal artifact by quite a bit, giving you access to the new seasonal artifact perks earlier than usual. Now, let's talk about what bounties you want to be completing, because there is a hierarchy. Weekly bounties give the most experience, then daily bounties, and then lastly, you do have repeatable bounties. But there's not a lot of weekly bounties left in the game. Here are the ones that you should go for first. First of all, within the tower, Hawthorne's clan bounties are all weekly bounties. Moving on from there, you have Shaw Han in the Cosmodrome. He's got 2 weekly bounties. After that, you can go to the moon. There's actually 4. There's 2 at the Lectern of Enchantment, and then 2 more at Eris Morn. Even though it doesn't say they give XP, they definitely do. Now, moving on from there, on Europa, you can go and talk to Varix, and he's got 2 more. After that, guys, you can head over to Nimbus and pick up another one, and then you can head to Xur's Treasure Hoard, talk to Starhorse, and the gold tier bounty is what you want for a ton of XP. And lastly, guys, you can even head to the Dreaming City and pick up some from Petra Venge. So, prioritize those weekly bounties and then fill the rest of your slots with daily bounties. Now, moving on from there, let's talk about gathering resources. Obviously, you want to go into a new season with as many resources as possible, but with this season, there is a big difference than a lot of others, and that's the removal of a key currency. Legendary shards are being depreciated starting next season. So they're still going to be available for you in Season of the Wish, but in the final shape, they will completely go away, and in Season of the Wish, a lot of stuff that costs legendary shards right now, that cost is being removed. So you're going to have a bunch of legendary shards and like nothing to spend them on. So in this final week, 100% try to spend as many legendary shards as you possibly can to get the value from them. So the best example here is going to the Cryptarch, and in the materials exchange, as you can see, you can get enhancement cores and stuff like that with pure legendary shards. Like, make sure to be doing that every single day. And I did do a whole video with some more potential things you could spend them on. That's linked right up above. But based on what we've seen in terms of the price changes, it seems to be that Glimmer is going to have a much bigger emphasis on it. So make sure you're stocked full of Glimmer going into next season. But moving on from there, another thing you can do to prepare for the next season is get ready for the meta shift, and you can do this by investing in things that are confirmed to be getting better when the new season drops. And the first example of this is Stasis. Bungie has confirmed that Stasis will be a featured element in Season of the Wish, so expect some absolutely juiced seasonal artifact mods to boost your Stasis builds to the next level. So make sure to have every stasis aspect and fragment unlocked, and also be sure to infuse and prepare certain exotic armor pieces that are going to boost stasis builds specifically, because those again are likely to pop off next season. But moving on, another thing likely to pop off is glaives. Bungie has revealed like a complete glaive redesign coming in Season of the Wish. So every single glaive out there is going to be getting more powerful, but specifically the exotic glaives are also getting individual buffs as well. So if you're someone who doesn't have all of the different exotic glaives, make sure to be farming a Wellspring, Defense, or Attack. I think for this final week it is Defense, which is the preferable one, so that's awesome. But again, make sure to go in there on the Master difficulty, Wellsprings, and get all those different exotic glaives if you can before the new season starts, because they are getting a ton of different buffs. And usually when Bungie has scenarios like this where they come out and announce that, you know, we're completely overhauling glaives, we're doing so much stuff with glaives, that's usually accompanied with seasonal artifact perks that improve glaives even more so as well. So I would expect, you know, like anti-champion glaive rounds next season too to go alongside with this massive buff. And another one to keep an eye on, sniper rifles. They're getting a 15% PvE damage boost next season, including the heavy sniper rifles like the Whisper of the Worm, but that's not all. In Season of the Deep, they were buffed by 10% for PvE damage, and before that, the rapid fire frames got a huge ammo reserve increase, so they've been buffed 3 times in a row. Finally next season, they might become meta. Did a video on that, definitely check it out, it's linked up above. Now, another big change coming next season that you definitely want to be aware of is to competitive. Not only is there a change to how your rank is determined, but also you're going to be able to use competitive focusing starting next season. So, if you missed out on old competitive weapons like the Rose hand cannon, then next season, based on your competitive rank, you'll actually be able to focus a certain number of competitive weapons every single week. So if your max rank, I think you can do like 7, 8 a week. So definitely, if you missed out on those old school weapons, next season is your time to get them. Now, something else I believe happening next season that's pretty interesting is that Bungie is actually equalizing the speeds of all the different Sparrows. So right now, the always on time is just the fastest Sparrow out there. And so if you use any other Sparrow, you're going to be slower. And as a result, pretty much everyone who can get their hands on an always on time just uses it all the time. But starting in Season of the Wish, now you can actually switch to a different Sparrow that you think looks cool. And if you haven't had the chance to purchase the always on time, which does actually cost Spoils of Conquest, you now no longer need to do that. Your Sparrow is just going to be brought up in speed next season. Now, another change happening next season that you absolutely want to know about is that Bungie is actually reducing the costs of a bunch of different ghost mods. So as soon as Season of the Wish starts, open your inventory, go to your ghost, you can probably equip like 1 or 2 additional mods, whereas otherwise you were at 10 out of 10 energy. So definitely like do that right off the rip and get more advantages just as you're playing the game with those extra ghost mods. Now, moving on from there, we also have a good amount of exotic armor getting buffed next season, and although the official reveal for that is going to be in this week's TWAB, some of it came out early, and that's because during an update for Festival of the Lost, Bungie actually accidentally changed the descriptions of certain exotic armor pieces to show the upcoming buffs. For example, the Stompies are actually going to give you increased resistance against PvE combatants while you're airborne, which sounds pretty darn saucy. So again, did a video on that if you want to see like the different ones that did get affected by this like reveal, and keep an eye on the upcoming TWAB video to get the full list of all those changes. And so guys, that is going to be it for the video. Hope you enjoyed and found this informative. If you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. If you guys want to see more Destiny 2 content similar to this, don't be afraid to slap that subscribe button. If you want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at RickCacus, that is linked in the description down below. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.